Hey,
Hello.
can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it actually sounds really good.
Oh, good.
It
I
sounds
moved the mic a little bit just because I it's usually over here and the camera's right here, and I feel like I'm always over here trying to
yeah.
speak into it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, it sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sweet. So what's up? How are you? I feel like it has been forever since I've seen you.
I know. It's been probably 2 weeks, right? I
Yeah.
think since because we
Yeah.
skipped a week and then I had
Yep.
the wedding the week before
Yep.
that. So yeah. Um I know. It's been good though. Everything is, you
Good.
know, everything's great. I feel a lot less stressed now that the wedding is done.
Oh
Perfect.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's
I
annoying. Not that
know.
you want it to be over, but obviously leading up to it, and it's just a lot on your plate, and
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think anybody really prepares you for the feelings that you have going into that.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. I just found that there's a lot of things that you expect to feel. Like you expect that you're only going to feel happy all the time,
yeah,
leading up to the wedding. And I was like, why am I so stressed and irritable and, all the things? But
yeah.
the day of, it's so worth it. It was amazing. But I was definitely a stress case, going
Yeah.
into it.
I mean,
So
I feel like you can't not be. It's a very, you know what I mean? It's a big day, and you put so
yeah.
much into it, and there's so many people that are going to be there. So, I mean, for me, I
Yeah.
feel like I was nervous the entire time, or leading up to it. And
Yeah. I feel like nobody really prepares you for it. So
yeah,
I'm feeling guilty for feeling this way. I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to feel guilty or I'm not supposed to feel,
yeah,
stressed about this.
right.
But yeah, no,
Good
it's
thing. It's a
totally
happy
normal.
thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jasmine, did you feel the same way?
Yeah. Well, me and Justin eloped in Hawaii, so it was just me and him.
Hmm.
But I could imagine if I, had done it stateside with family and a guest list and have to do all that. I don't think I probably would have had a meltdown. I would have had a mental breakdown. I think it
Yeah,
just so much just that you want to go perfect, right? And you can't
Yeah.
control everything. And so yeah, we were just like, let's just go to Hawaii and
Hmm.
oh yeah. That's
I
good.
call it good.
definitely halfway through was like, why did we not just do that?
Yeah,
But,
Right.
totally.
because you're
Well, 'cause I
also
think part
managing
of it,
other people's expectations too. It's
yes,
well, what does this person want? What would they like? So you're also considering
Yeah,
family and your
there.
guests and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a lot, but it was fun. Definitely the day was I actually had a lot of fun. I I had some shots. I got a little
Literally.
partied a little bit. It was good. I
Love
was
that.
very calm on the day of.
Yeah. Oh,
oh
that's so
no,
It
we
was
hung
good.
over the next day.
Kind of, yeah.
yeah.
A little bit. I
Especially-
didn't
Oh,
I wasn't sick, but I definitely had a
Mhm.
headache and the
Yeah,
typical kind of hangover feels. So, but it was fun. It was fun.
that's
I
so good. Yeah,
know.
it's so funny.
Mhm.
We don't drink a lot, we don't, and then the times
Right.
that you do kind of indulge and have a mixed drink or two, you're like, ooh, can really feel that.
It gets you. It
It
hits you the next
does.
day so much
Oh
more.
yeah.
And especially I feel like as we get older too, it's certainly not like it was when we were in young 20s, or you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like
Mhm.
hangovers are usually worse, but
Yeah, I've found that too for sure. Yeah, I'm not. I definitely need more sleep. The older I've gotten, I used to be able to get away with 4 hours, five
oh
hours
yeah,
of sleep. Now, if I try to do that, no way. Just it doesn't
Yeah,
work
not
now.
happening. I just
No.
feel dead the next day.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Hmm.
need a solid, I don't know, at least 7 hours to feel like my day's okay, and okay, I can at least not feel like I'm dragging ass all day.
Hmm.
Yeah, usually any
Yeah.
less than 7, I'm not feeling it, but
Hmm.
I feel like training suffers the next day too, and I used to wear like the Whoop. Have you ever heard of the Whoop band?
Yeah.
And I don't really usually wear my Apple Watch at night just because I find it uncomfortable. But I used to track like my HRV pretty religiously and like all kind of that sleep data. And anytime I would have even a little sip of alcohol, like my data the next day was like trashed. Like my HRV would be in the tank, my like heart rate would be elevated at night, my breathing rate would be elevated, and my recovery score would be like even if I just had like one glass of wine or seltzer, like something chill, not even like a cocktail or mixed drink or like shots.
Yeah.
Even that it just affects you heavily. So like I never ever drink like before a training day or anything like that.
Yeah, usually drinking involved. There's no training involved the next day, or like, you plan for that, you plan to work around that. But
yeah. And actually at the wedding, so my coach was at our wedding, and like we had like kind of loosely talked about show plans and stuff like that, but and like I was kind of like in prep, like kind of like for the wedding, just trying to get into a good spot, like so I liked how I looked at the wedding, and then obviously knowing I would do a show at some point. But but he didn't want to tell me what show really like was exactly what we were going to do, just because with the wedding, like it was stressful already. So he's like, I don't want to put anything else like in your head right now. Like we're just getting ready for the wedding is kind of like how he put it. But at the wedding, he was like, my wedding gift to you. He came up to me. He was like, is that you're doing Chicago Pro?
Oh yeah. Amazing.
I know. And I'm like kind of like tipsy, and I'm just like, woohoo, like let's fucking go.
It's so smooth. Yeah. Ready to do it.
I love it. They took bodybuilding out of a Chicago Pro.
Yeah, they sure did.
Really?
Yeah. They did.
Yeah, so Justin was gonna do Chicago, and now he's not. Obviously, he can't. But it's like that sucks.
Yeah.
There are so many people that obviously that were doing Chicago that are now doing Tampa and Texas. And there are going to be some pretty stacked shows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's some pretty good ones coming. I'm excited. So does that mean is Justin doing Texas, I think, right? Or is he doing Tampa?
He's for sure doing Tampa. And I'm not sure what the plans are after that, but for sure Tampa. He wants to do a couple, like a run, so I'm not gonna see.
Should definitely do Texas. We will definitely be there, and it's like it's the next weekend too. So I think Michael's plans like tentatively have changed. Like they're tentatively shooting for Tampa, but obviously just kind of like with vacation and everything, just wanting to kind of tread into it lightly and have that kind of be the goal. But for sure it's going to be Texas. So
supposedly Andrew Jack is not doing Texas this year, so it'll leave it open for someone else.
Yeah.
The king of the Texas
show. Yeah, he loves that. I think for some reason, maybe not, but I feel like for some reason I heard he was doing Cali. Does that make sense? I feel like that doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but I feel like he's a really interesting athlete. Anytime like I hear other athletes, open bodybuilding men talk about him, they're like, he is the most impressive in person. Like, you look at the lineup of guys backstage in the warm up, whatever. They're like, he just looks crazy in person. Like, he is so big, tall, huge, and just like a really nice guy. But like, he is, if he could just, come in that like a little bit sharper, it would be like game over for sure.
But like it's crazy too, right? Because he's been doing this for like 3 years now, right? I don't know. Like since he like really competing, it's only been like
he's relatively new,
Yeah. So it's like I don't know. I remember when he like did his first show. I can't remember which one it was, but we were just like, what?
What is that?
Who is this? Yeah, I'm like, he's already. I think he's in his late 30s, early 40s, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he really?
Yeah, so I think he's a little bit
Oh
older,
wow.
but and that this could be entirely misinformation, but for some reason I really feel like he's because I remember
My
thinking,
headphones
like, oh my gosh, like he's doing this like so late in life, you know what I mean? And like, but he's impressive as shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if there's something I want to say, I
Mm-mm-mm.
thought with it, but oh, just like I have never actually been to a true like pro
Can you guys
show.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, can you hear us? Okay.
She I think she like took her headphones off and I think
Yeah.
she's
Sometimes I don't know if I try to like mess with the volume after I've entered the studio, like for like the first like 4 or 5 episodes, I think like I had to strain to hear you guys because it like I thought my volume was all the way up, but it never like
yeah.
actually got higher until I don't know, I just adjusted it before I got in. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
can hear a lot better now.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying how like I've never actually been to a pro show. Like I've never
You haven't?
no, and I'm like I'm so mad that the the one year years, okay.
Just having technical issues. I don't know.
That's okay. That's
I
okay.
think you're good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're Shay.
Um,
It's like so motivating. You're gonna have
oh
so much
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I'm stoked.
So it sounds like okay, if Michael's like kind of shooting for Tampa, maybe we don't know for
Mhm.
sure. And then Jasmine, you guys are, and then
Mhm.
I'm already here, so we all might be here.
I know. That would be so
That'd be
cool.
Yay!
That
That
amazing.
would
would
be
be so
so much
fun.
fun.
We could do a live podcast.
Yeah, right. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
I
Oh, God,
know.
you're doing
I
great.
don't know if like Hunter will. I know she's not going to compete in it anymore.
Yeah.
They have like women's bodybuilding back, but I don't think she's going to. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
That'd be
she'll be
fun.
there or Jess, but that would be
Yeah.
so cool if like some of us could meet up.
That's so funny
Yeah.
you say that because we were talking about Michael and I earlier, just how like it would just be like cool if like at one point we're all like in the same area at the one time, like at once, like the guys from the guys podcast and like us from this podcast, like our significant
Yeah.
others. I don't know. I feel like it'd just be like this crazy meet and greet like training
Mhm.
session.
Yeah, it'd be
But
fun.
That would be sweet. That'd be cool. It'd be fun.
Mhm.
like my thing is like I've never seen these really big guys in person. You know what I mean? Like I still don't have a sense of like really how big like these big like pro bodybuilders are. And I just feel like it'll just be a mind blowing time. Because I mean a lot of good names are coming to Texas. So I'm stoked.
Mhm.
I'm
And then I
stoked.
feel like our mindset gets like so skewed because then once you do start seeing them all the time in person, then like you just think that's normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's so
Yeah,
funny to
I
hear.
don't even notice it. Like, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
all.
we
I'm
we
like,
watched this like movie the other night and there was this guy in it and he was like pretty jacked, honestly. Like,
mhm.
but he looked to us as bodybuilders very average. But then Ben and I were like,
Yeah.
we were like, wait, that guy's actually
Wait.
not average. Like he is in incredible shape, but like
Yeah.
to us, he looks small.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
just
Chris
funny.
Hemsworth in like the Avengers.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's a
Yeah.
stacked guy, like
Yeah.
by the general population standard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to line him
Yeah.
up, like he's just a little scrimp in
Yeah,
the lineup.
exactly. It looks like nothing. But I don't know,
Mhm.
that's what I find so funny all the time is like obviously like especially here where there really aren't that many big bodybuilders. Like when people see Michael, they're like, holy shit, like he's such a house. And I'm just like, not that I don't think he's big, obviously, but it's just this, like skewed perception, you know, like
That's just your boo. That's just your
yeah,
partner. That's just like your
yeah.
man. Like,
It's the norm. It's the norm.
Yeah.
So you don't like think about it, I guess. But yeah, when we're out in public, I'm sure he looks freaking crazy, you know.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah.
guys get like stared at when you're with Ben or Justin? Or like do
oh
people
yeah,
have to ask them like do
yeah.
the most, and I don't know why it's the most popular question, but it's always like, dude, how much
How
do
much
you
do you
bench?
bench?
Yeah, why is it
I don't
always
know.
Yes.
I don't know. That's just like that's just the thing they ask.
and it's
Justin doesn't. I'm like he doesn't even bench. He's like, or
I
he'll say
know.
like enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we say. Michael says 135. I don't know, you know.
135.
Yeah, and they're
And
just
they're
like,
like, no way, you're lying.
yeah, yeah, exactly. No, he hasn't actually bench press in I don't even God knows how long. I mean, like incline
Yeah.
press, but like I don't know. It's just such a
Yeah.
weird question to ask.
Yeah, very rarely does a open bodybuilder like bench press. I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
maybe like
risk to
dumbbells or something.
reward ratio is not there for that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, Ben doesn't bench either. So he's always like, I don't really do bench press. And then they're just like shocked.
No.
They're
Yeah.
like,
Like,
well, then
what?
what could you possibly do then?
Yeah,
Like if
exactly.
you're not
Yeah.
benching.
Yeah. That's like I feel
Mm.
like all the young boys like I don't know, call to fame, you know what I mean? Like when they're starting to hit the gym and stuff and they put a plate on each side and they feel so like jacked and I don't know, they're all I feel like they're just like always bench is always like a boys like height lift or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they're always like in a group and they're all benching together and they're all yelling and
There's
they're
like
all
5
like maybe
minutes in
shitty.
between because they're all like
Their
taking
butt
turns.
is coming like halfway off the bench, and then
It's so funny.
like,
It's
hell
so
yeah, 185. Hell
funny.
yeah.
I wonder what I looked like on the outside when I first started training. I feel like I
That's a
probably
good
looked
question.
like a fool. Like, because I know like some of the things that like I would do, I guess, and I know I would see somebody now and just kind of like chuckle, like, oh yeah, I remember. I remember when I
Mhm.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some silly things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Um,
Justin used to do, he had like a training partner that was like kind of psychotic. And they would do like 100-rep tricep thing. I don't know. It was like
Jeez,
overhead and like
No.
press downs and like reverse press downs and like something else until they did 20, 20, 20, 20 until they
yeah,
got to 100. He would fucking never do that now. And then they
yeah,
would do like this old video of Terry Crews popped up the other day and he was like he was doing his little workout routine and he would do like a clean, a hang clean or deadlift, hang clean, and then a press. And I remember they would do that in the gym because I was in the gym with them too, but I was like doing my own thing off to the
yeah.
side watching them. And they'd be like doing a hang clean and press. Like, oh my God, he would so never do that now. But that was like 8, 9 years ago,
But then even
Wow.
the ability to do some of that stuff too, right? Like, no way could I feel like Michael move like that, like throwing weight over his head. Yeah, no, not
That's
happening.
funny.
Just this like
started off
silly
with-
little thing.
Yeah. I started off in 2015. I like this guy that I was like seeing at the time, he was into bodybuilding
Mhm.
and he was going to like this local gym and he was like, "Oh, I have somebody that could like really help you get into this too." And it was a lady that like went to that gym that he was going to. So I started going there with him and he introduced me to this woman and she was like, her name's Kashma. She's like
Wow.
a women's bodybuilder and she was massive. And I was like so intimidated, but this woman like took me under her wing and she started like training with me and I'm like, why
Insane.
does this I was like, this is crazy that she wants to train with like me and I
This little
literally was
newbie.
like
Newbie.
such a shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's kind of like how I started. Yeah. It was very
Amazing.
I like look back at it now and I'm like, that's so cool to just think of all the different people that have
Mhm.
had like a part in, getting you to where you are.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like go ahead, Jess.
I was just saying, like all the hours of like YouTube I watched and
Oh
like
yeah.
all the Instagram content I consumed. Like this, I watched a lot of like Mark Bell in the past. Do you guys know who Mark Bell is? Mark Smelly
Yeah.
Bell. I watched a lot
don't
of
know.
that. I watched a lot of his video. He was more like a power lifter, and then he
Yeah.
started doing bodybuilding. And then Chris Jones. Do you guys know who Chris Jones is?
I don't think I do by
Chris
name, but
the Beast Jones. He's like a natural bodybuilder, but
oh,
like,
I think that's
Justin used to watch him all the time. I'm like,
I think Michael literally just brought him up today. Because now that you say like his Instagram handle, I think you're trying to find him too.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm kind of like who you start to follow, or like who like you first started following when you kind of first found bodybuilding.
Yeah, he was like back in the day. He was like making YouTube content. He was like one of the only guys. Yeah, this and then I think I learned a lot from Justin as he learned as well.
Yeah, that's like a big, I would say a big part of my learning for sure is just having Michael and training with him like throughout the years. And yeah, I feel like I knew absolutely nothing about body. Like I had competed a couple times before I met him, but completely different mindset of bodybuilding than I have now. And I don't think I ever really like truly like followed people when I first started getting into bodybuilding. Like I don't know, I guess I didn't really know where to look or like how to find, I guess, like the content I was trying to look for. But of course, like Daniel and Bailey was like a big one. It was like all of her T. Fletcher and stuff. And I think there was like this one, there definitely was this one video because I still do this movement sometimes, but it reminded me of it, Jasmine, because you said like the 100 rep set, but she had this like disgusting, like 100 rep dumbbell, like
lateral raise. Yeah. She's so famous for those, for like the massive drop sets. And
crazy.
And she's got like 40 pounds and she's like,
oh God. No, when I'm at like maybe my absolute like, strongest, like peak oxy, like I'm feeling good, like movements are great, like maybe like 35s or so.
Oh yeah, barely.
For like
that's even crazy.
Yeah, that 35 is a little wild. Like I accidentally picked up 30s the other day, and I was like, what the fuck are these 20s so heavy? And I could barely do them.
Yeah, I feel like the most I ever did when I was doing upper was like, probably the most like 25, and that wasn't like smooth. So probably like 20s. Yeah,
it's really been like a movement for me that I've had this, I don't know, like vendetta against. I feel like because like anytime, I would struggle with like 10s or 15s or something, and I'm just like, this just pisses me off. Like these are baby weights, and I want to do more. And I would always see this girl in the gym that I trained at a few years back, and she was just like rowing like 2-3 plates, and I was just watching stuff like that. Like, damn. I want to be able to do that. Like that would be so cool to be able to freaking sit on. Well, it was like a T-bar row, but regardless, like that's still heavy as shiz.
3-plate row for a female.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Again, I've maybe like touched that once, but like they're not like clean, like good, big open bodybuilder reps, like they're very much like just a day where I just wanted to rip weight and, got it for maybe like 6 reps or something. But no, I've seen some crazy lifts in the gym by some females that are just freaking strong.
Oh man, some of these top female figure athletes are just like Meg, who was on here on the podcast, Rhea, who can RDL over 405.
Damn.
That's fine. It's okay. I was just doing, 2 plates finally back in the gym today and freaking feeling gassed after.
Hunter Henderson is like the strongest person in the world.
Yeah, like, literally. Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
It's so funny that I don't know. We're here doing this, and she's obviously on it. And I just remember when she first came around, or like when I first, I guess, like was introduced to like who she was. Which is like, she is like everything that I want to be. I want to, that would be so, like, that much weight is just so crazy. And then when she decided to do bodybuilding, that was like a whole, like, oh yeah, like this is going to be freaking sick. She's going to do so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks good. I saw the other day she posted something. It was like a little video. I think it was a video. Of her doing some posing, just like kind of like between sets or something like that. But she looks good.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I feel like she stays pretty like lean all year round.
She saves
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, like she still gets like really like big and full, but it's like this, yeah, it still looks so lean.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think it was that one, maybe.
Yeah.
Or no, that's a
So-
picture.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about though. There definitely is a video of her in the gym kind of doing some slight rounds of posing.
I think it was like
it a
on her story, maybe.
Oh, or
Yeah.
maybe it was on her story.
Damn it,
might have been.
Hunter.
Don't you
I love
hate
that
when
she's-
you like see a story and then you go to like, because I'll see somebody's story and then I'll go to show Ben like a few hours later and I'm like, oh yeah, like I want to show you so and so's story and then it's gone.
Yes.
I'm like,
Look at
damn.
that.
Oh, this is
It's crazy.
What's that? 300? What is that? Yeah, 300.
It's wild.
Jeez.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine just like getting that an inch off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I would die under a bar for sure.
Can you even imagine like bringing it down? Like
Yeah.
controlling it down.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I feel like my shoulders would break off of my body. Her and Brianni leg pressing. It gets me so hype watching, I don't know, I guess like really hardcore lifting chicks like training together and just freaking doing heavy ass shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Cheyenne, stop being a little puss and go freaking train hard.
Lift some weight.
Lift some damn weight. God damn it. But
Sometimes you just gotta slap on an extra quarter or extra plate.
no. Yeah.
And just see what happens.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
It's definitely like so hard getting back into the swing of things, I feel like, after taking a week or so
After
off.
your vacay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so like, I mean, obviously it was very nice, and it was very nice to take that time off. And but I just, when I come back, I'm gonna freaking feel like a weak noodle, and it's gonna be frustrating. But no, I'm sure it'll come back soon enough. But
I know you almost get used to not training, and you're like, I could get used to this. Like,
dude,
Yeah.
I
like this. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh
That's like my
goodness.
biggest struggle after prep. I mean, you're like in such good routines during prep, and then afterwards you're kind of like, you know, you're like, okay, like this is going to be a nice little break from having to like do cardio every single day or whatever it is. But then you get like out of that habit and then it's so hard to get back into it. But I definitely notice like if I keep cardio and just a lot of activity in, like even mentally, I'm so much better. But it's so hard. Once you stop doing it, it's so hard to like get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did not want to come back. I would have stayed, if I could have, I would have stayed at least like another week. It always feels like, I don't know, have you, I mean, I imagine you have, but taking like about like a week or so to go on a vacation, like a full week. Like I always feel like that's not enough, because I feel like you definitely
you need like 2 weeks.
Travel. Yeah, I feel like 2 weeks is definitely, we at least want next time to go for 9 days. So we have a full like 7 days there. And then obviously have days for travel or whatever.
Yeah, a day or two for travel. I also like a day to do like nothing.
Exactly. Chill and for sure. I feel like that's
the rest could be excursions and sightseeing.
Yeah. We definitely did at the beginning. Or like it felt like so much, I guess. But we were with Michael's parents who are a little bit older, so I think that helps to kind of like help slow us down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like not kind of push them too much. And they're seriously like, so they're 76 and 86, and they are just like these like go. Like Bob will still be freaking chopping wood out back, in the winter. Like they're just, I mean, I think they're kind of starting to get to a point where like he is like realizing like, okay, like I kind of have to
slow down.
Exactly. Yeah. He hates it though. He hates it so much. And you can tell, you know, I mean, again, they've always been very active traveling people.
Is he 86? He's the one that's 86?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I saw your pictures and like he does not look that age.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe starting to get into like his 70s or something, you know. But I mean,
Yeah.
Michael talks about it all the time about how, because they were like old when they adopted him, or older when they adopted him. They were 40 and 50, I think.
Mhm.
Oh,
And but
interesting.
like he's always talked about his dad being like the super active, like, you know, jumping over shit, like even in his like 60s and stuff, and like just like super health. Like they're both like very, very like health conscious people and don't eat a lot of processed foods and stuff. And
Mhm.
but no, it was so awesome having them with us on vacation. And it wasn't initially just going to be like me, Michael, and Quinn, but like, you know what, like if you guys can like, you know, think you can handle coming out, we'd really love to have you. And they weren't really sure and thought about it for a little bit. And then one day his mom was just like, you know what, yeah, screw it, like let's go do it, it'll be fun. And I'm so
Now,
happy.
who's the kid?
So it's my son, Quinn.
Your son. Okay, Quinn.
Yeah.
How old is he?
10, he'll be 11 in
10.
August.
Okay.
So
He like was that his first like vacation?
Yeah, it was. It was
Oh my
so
God,
freaking cool.
amazing.
It like,
Aw.
and it was like my first like over the ocean somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
And I haven't really traveled a whole lot either. Again, bodybuilding's kind of been the thing to get me to travel or to like go somewhere. But yeah, that was just, so we initially planned or wanted to plan a year ago to have a similar vacation like that. We were thinking Jamaica initially, but just like passport stuff. Like we figured Puerto Rico is like nice, obviously tropical, but like you don't, there's no requirement of like passports and stuff, so it'd be a little easier.
Yeah.
But we ended up needing to like, so we're pretty much like forced out of our apartment that we were in, which is why we had this house. Because we figured if we're just gonna, you know, have to rent, and we were like, we had a pretty good deal on what we had. Crazy enough, I found this apartment in 2020 for like $750 with everything included.
Wow.
Washer dryer in the
Crazy.
basement. Why not? I mean, it definitely kind of looked like $750, but I made it as homey as I could, you know, and so it was definitely like a big jump to go from that to looking at apartments that were 1,800, 2,000
Oh yeah.
stuff. And so like if we're just gonna do that, like we're just gonna freaking buy a house, you know.
Mhm.
So that kind of took the savings that we were trying to save up for vacation. And I don't know, it was cool because I feel like it gave Quinn this like faith in us in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like we did it. Like we actually got there. We actually went there. It wasn't just like this. We're talking about like, oh, you know, one day we're gonna go to somewhere nice and tropical or something. And
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did the thing.
and like I don't know, it's so rewarding because we're not by any means well off people, you know. So like being like just like doing the adult thing to like, you know, be able to actually save up for it. And I've never been good at saving money or, you know what I mean, putting money away and everything. So just I don't know, it just felt rewarding to actually like do it, save up for it, get the ticket,
Mhm.
Airbnb. It was really fun. It was such a good time.
Aw.
So you've been to
That's
Hawaii.
awesome.
What was that?
You've been to Hawaii. Have you been to any other islands or anything like that? Well, I mean, obviously, quite a
We've
bit.
been to Maui and I've been to Kauai, just
Oh, wow.
those two. But I've been to Maui like twice and then Kauai once, like with my family. But I love Hawaii. You know, I think Maui. You know, I was really devastated to hear about when Lahaina burnt down. You know, a couple years ago. I think, and I think they finally have like said that they're accepting tourists again in Maui. So, you know, always like think about being respectful about that. And, you know, kind of why we haven't like decided to, because we want to go back for our anniversary one of these years, and it's in April, but so we're not going to make it this year. But I would love to go back. I always feel a little bit like, I don't know, when you go there, like I know that the locals don't love the tourists, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot that can be said about how the tourism affects the country and their culture and stuff. But God, I love Hawaii. Like it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go back.
Yeah.
I have been to Puerto Rico too. On a cruise one time.
Yeah.
So I was just there for like a day stop.
Yeah.
I thought it was gorgeous. You know, like in the food and like the color, all the buildings are like super colorful.
Yeah. It was so
Yeah.
different. Have you been anywhere else?
I was just gonna say I'm not super well traveled. I definitely want to travel more.
Yeah.
I've never like the only place that I've gone that's out of the country is Canada.
Mhm.
Ben is Canadian, so
Oh, no.
gone there. Yeah. He is a Canadian citizen. So
Interesting.
Let's see.
I know. So yeah, I've been there, and then the Bahamas. I've been to the
Nice.
Bahamas. So that's really it. I've never gone anywhere else. So
Yeah.
that is like we want to go to Europe. Like I'm Italian, so we really definitely want to go to Italy at some point.
For sure.
So I don't know. But yeah, similar to you, Shay, like most of
Mhm.
my traveling has just been like because of bodybuilding. So,
Yeah. I know.
we always like make a little trip out of it, like do
Yeah,
the show
exactly.
and then stay a few days after and enjoy some stuff and then go
Yeah.
home.
Well, Chicago's awesome. So
I've never been to Chicago, so I'm excited.
Chicago's a cool city. It's a cool city.
Yeah.
You
and
should
I've
definitely
heard it's so
book
nice in the summer.
Yeah, book like one of the architectural like cruises, like where you go on the boat and they, you tell you about all the buildings and all the Gothic like history and like the gangsters and all that shit that went down.
Okay.
But it's just a really cool like go at like sunset, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. So architectural cruise.
Yeah, you go on like Get Your Guide app. Have you ever used that before?
No.
I always like book little trips on that, but you go and Get Your Guide and you can look up Chicago and it gives you like all the stuff that you can do there, buy tickets for. And like, so whenever we go to a show, I always try and like book something for me and him to do like the next day afterwards.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, definitely gonna do that.
What was it called, Jasmine?
Get Your Guide. It's like or can you see it's like orange? The app is like orange.
Yeah.
Get Your Guide.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up so I can save it for later. Yeah, I feel like it's just definitely becoming like our thing to do, like or that we want to invest in doing, instead of like, I don't know, some people like to invest in like their cars or like toys or like stuff like that. And I just feel like travel
is I don't know. Like that's the boat that you go on.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't like it's so cool. You got to get on there early so you can get a top deck seat.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely gonna look at that.
It's only like it's like an hour long thing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to plan, like in terms of like vacation. We try to do like one thing a day, like kind of make, one event or like one kind of going out adventure a day. And then obviously whatever the day brings. But we went snorkeling, and this was like my first snorkeling, which was honestly a lot more intimidating than I thought it was going to be.
Could Michael do it okay? Because the last time Justin tried snorkeling,
not so good.
It didn't go well.
He needed rescuing. Okay.
Are you serious?
Did he really?
He was like panicking. He was like,
oh no.
He was partially drowning. We had to go back and get him like a little like life thing that goes under his hip so he can
bananas.
Yeah. He was just so heavy, like it was sinking. It was like he was panicking, like clutching the side of the rocks, like.
So okay, hang on. This is gonna sound really probably like stupid question, but snorkeling. So you have the little piece like up out of the water, right?
Yeah.
So Justin was like sinking to where it was like going under.
Yeah, like he was like the water was like getting in his mask and like he couldn't. Oh my god, it was just a disaster. It was a disaster, and I was just like,
yeah.
I was like a little fish, just like.
That is so funny.
He did not handle it.
I think it just took more out of me than I thought it was going to. You know what I mean?
It's
like
hard, yeah.
Not that I'm a terrible swimmer, but just like when you have like the flippers on and stuff and getting used to those and swimming with them. And I don't know, they made everybody take those little around the waist like banana floater thingies. But like Quinn definitely like struggled like for the first few minutes and kind of similar, like started to panic a little bit because like water was getting in and had to get the hang of like, you gotta just kind of stay floating, But Michael, unfortunately, like he was trying to help his parents to like have his parents obviously go in and come along, but they kind of started to realize like, oh, like I think this is a little more activity.
Not that much. Yeah.
Even them, like they're super, super fit and like they hike all the time but it's just again such a more physically taxing, like you're trying to keep yourself, swimming and floating and breathing through like a device and like you know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot.
Yeah. So he was like kind of helping them a little bit and then ended up coming out and didn't really have a whole lot of time, which he was bummed about. But no, it was just like I've never seen that like such clear water too. Like the water.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. It's insane.
I found that after a couple hours, or like we would spend like an hour out there, and I would get almost like motion sickness from like the waves. You're like,
yeah.
I remember like getting out and being like,
yeah,
don't feel good. No, it was a really cool trip. It was like a whole event thing where they brought you closer to the shore afterwards after the snorkeling, and you were able to spend like an hour and a half, I think, on the beach. And it was a boat that had like one of the inflatable water slides off the side. So Quinn and I definitely took advantage of that. But yeah, they like gave you food and stuff and made you drinks that came included with the thing too. And they had these mojitos, which were made with, instead of Sprite, it was this drink called Coco Rico. And let me tell you how freaking it is. And I don't even like really like coconut, so it's like just like a coconut soda, but just something because it's like subtle sweetness. It's like not pina colada at all. Like there's no pineapple. It's literally just straight coconut. But it's so smooth and like subtly sweet. And we bought like 10 of them at a gas station.
I like mojitos. I think mojitos are good.
It was
kind of like
super
refreshing.
Tasty. Yeah, for sure. Probably not a good idea to have a mixed drink while I was out in the sun and in the water.
And snorkeling.
Snorkeling for an hour in sun that I've never been in before. So definitely got burnt pretty bad, but yeah, I'm starting to flake and stuff. But it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be white as shit in like a week. So
I've been doing the melanotan thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's for me, it's working pretty well. I know everybody kind of like reacts different, but I'll like use it and then I'll go outside for like 15 minutes and I swear like that's all you need. It's crazy.
And it's
like crazy.
Wow. What's the dosage that you're using?
Oh gosh,
it's like tiny.
I'll be so honest. I don't even know because Ben just does it for me.
Sure.
But it's such like a small amount.
It's like 0.1 on a 100 IU insulin.
Yeah.
Like
it's like nothing. Yeah. It's literally, I feel like I'm not even doing anything. It's like that much.
Maybe I'll give it a try.
Yeah. I mean,
we definitely have known people that have used way too much, and it gives people this like, if you use too much, it gives you like this like jaundiced look, like you almost look like yellowy. Like if you, and he definitely was
obviously.
Yeah. I just think maybe it was just lack of knowing how to dose it properly, but but you definitely could tell like, what's like a regular tail? Like, what's going on there?
Oh my God.
You gotta be careful. You can get like tan blindness. You know how you get eyebrow blindness or whatever. You get tan blindness.
It's
like where you go too far and you just like don't even realize how tan you are.
Yeah, there's like that thing on TikTok where people like have crazy eyebrows and they don't really realize it. And eyebrow blindness.
Like
same can go.
I've never heard of that.
Dude,
I go on TikTok and look it up, and you'll see
eyebrow blindness.
You're like you didn't realize that those were crazy, really?
Yeah. You didn't see it. Yeah, I definitely had a stint where I was going to Suntan City a little too much. And like, using like the highest bed, and it was bad, like the face tanner, and I'm definitely like it's
Oh,
terrible.
damn. Yeah.
Freaking skin cancer, but
But I mean, don't we all use the beds kind of around show time?
I
Like,
try to. This time
I have.
around, I didn't get around to doing it, but I have in the past. Usually, like the few weeks leading up to it, I'll kind of do a few sessions or so.
I mean, the like pro
Nope.
tan girls even like told me like you should have been in the bed more. Blah blah blah. It dries out and thins your skin. You should have been in the bed more.
Really?
We
They
should
were
have
like
done
scolding
that.
you.
Should have like they're like you should have tanned early. Like start
Weird.
tanning earlier.
Weird.
Like I hate you know when you're like fucking 4 weeks out and you're just so tired, you just want to go home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
And
I
the
don't
last
want
thing
to
you wanna
go.
do is-
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
want to go get undressed, take my socks off, and then like
You're cold. I mean, granted, the bed gets a little warm, but I don't want to go and like you first lay in it and it's freaking freezing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. I don't try to fight the time to go do that. And no, nope.
Yeah.
That was kind of my mindset behind it this time around. I was like, fuck that. I'm just not doing it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. Maybe I'll try it again this time around. But
I
mean,
did the tanning bed. I didn't do it last season, but I did it my season before.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just get like I got this like little mark on my lip like shortly after I had been using a tanning bed, and I was like so freaked out by it. I went and I got it like looked at, but the dermatologist was like, it's nothing. It was like a cherry angioma or something, some sort of just little random freckle.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
those like little like more red looking though,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what it was. She was like, you're fine, but it still kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I haven't gone to a tanning bed since, but I don't know. I'm sure going out in the sun with the melantan's not very good either.
And that's
So
kind of the
I don't
what's
know.
the worst of worst of both evils or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Both evils. But
Yeah. I don't know if it's any better. Maybe I don't know if maybe either one of you knows, but because so the melanotan like makes you more I'm guessing, I don't know exactly how it works, but sensitive to the sun, or it brings out more of like the melanin in your
pigment, yeah.
in your
Yeah.
so you need less time in the sun, but are you getting
Right.
like just as much damage? Is it like more
No.
damage?
Because
You know what I
it's
mean?
absorbing more of it.
It's like yeah. Is it?
That's a good question.
But it's like a shorter amount of time. You're not sitting
Right.
there for like you're not
Baking.
sitting out in the sun all day. Yeah.
Yeah. True,
For
true.
like the same result. I don't know.
It's stimulates more melanin production, triggers melanocytes, cells in your skin to produce more melanin, and results in tanning, even with less. So you're getting, more tan with less UV exposure. So you are when you go out there to get, your 15 minutes of sun, you're getting that amount of UV exposure, but you're like producing way more melanocytes.
Right.
So it's you're getting way less,
Yeah.
Yeah, less exposure. So
Right.
okay.
Well, there you go, Alyssa. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get darker moles, freckles,
Yeah.
sunspots, etc.
Oh,
So keep
From using it. Yeah.
tan. If you're like a ultra freckly person, I would
Yeah.
not do it.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I think it would accentuate your like any like spots you already have in your body, or possibly like bring to light ones you didn't know you have. I feel like I've heard of or had that happen to them. But I love me a good show day tan. Like I get to a point sometimes where I'm like, man, I kind of miss that smell.
Yeah, you either love it or you hate it. Like I
Yeah.
don't, it reminds me of like I told Justin one time, I was like, the smell of Protan reminds me of hospital like constipation. And you only know what that means if like you've spent some time, in the hospital. But like just like synesthesia like reminded me of that feeling. It does have like a bit of like a medical smell.
It does,
I
yeah,
think.
it's weird.
Yeah. It does, yeah. and then you feel so dirty too.
Yeah,
Because
everywhere and like, yeah, I mean, it's not the most
yeah,
comfortable. I don't know. I'm sure it's just tied with the show day, festivities and stuff, and just like
yeah,
associated with it.
Yeah.
yeah. I
You
don't mind the
never
smell
feel
either.
as dirty as you do after prejudging. That is the dirtiest person in the world right there. That
Yep.
is disgusting, sticky, sweaty, stinky, haven't showered in
That glaze on you.
oh my god, that
The
is
glue, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
that
Dude,
is like peak uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah.
So really deep diving into the personal tidbits. I naturally have large breasts, so when I'm lean, it's just like a lot of skin. That's something for you ladies out there. If you didn't know what to expect, definitely expect that. But so like the glue gets so because like they have to like they'll tuck and like they'll you know what I mean they'll like pinch it together and
They're not shy at all
no,
about
they're not. They really
No,
long
they're
not.
skin.
not. They're not.
I mean, at that point, you do not give a shiz. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, here I am. Like just touch me. Just do what you got to do. Like whatever it is. But
Just make me look good. That's it.
Just
peeling
I
that
don't
food.
want anything falling out. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So there was.
Did that happen last year to somebody?
Oh, I don't know.
Something
Maybe.
fell out. Who was it? It was like a women's
Um,
bodybuilder.
You're right. I don't remember.
I
I don't
remember
know
thinking
what happened.
somebody's
Something did
booty popped
happen
out.
though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
such
Their top fell off while and they like
yeah,
run off
that,
stage.
that
That
honestly is a fear of mine. I'd be freaking mortified if something unhooked or like I mean ideally the glue is like really on there and like it helps kind of keep it in, but yeah, that would be that's just like I don't know, someone's worst nightmare, you know what I mean? Like that's a kid's worst nightmare is like
yeah.
it falls down on stage or something like it's so embarrassing. Good.
That literally, you guys, it literally happened to me when I was an amateur still. Yeah.
No.
I was doing this like local show. It wasn't like nationals or nothing like that. It was
Yeah.
just like a regional show. But I was doing figure at the time. This was in I think it was 2016. So I was doing figure and then I was also like crossing over into women's physique in that show. And I was doing my routine for women's physique and my top just like busted. Like I think it was the ties, like or something around like the neck. Like I forget how it connected, but it just popped open. I felt it like while I was doing the routine getting like looser and then it just like came down and I have no idea like what I don't according to because my parents were both there.
Of
So
course.
according to them, you didn't see anything and I caught it in time, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
They probably just said that to make me feel okay, but
You think
I don't
maybe
know.
you might have exposed? Oh no!
So,
no!
so it like came down like this, and I went like that, and then I just kind of like walked off stage. Yeah. And then the ladies backstage like fixed it for me, and they were like, "Do you want to redo your routine?" And I said, "No,
No thanks.
I do
I'm good.
not."
I'm good. That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no,
good.
lady. Oh, that sucks, dude.
It was
No,
crazy.
there was. I remember. I can't remember if whatever. It doesn't matter how we came across it. We just came across it. But Michael, it's got to have been a photo. I don't think it was a video. But of a classic physique guy hitting like a classic physique pose where they're like lean to the angle on the ground. You know what I mean? Like they're and one leg's out, one leg is up.
Yeah. In like a squat, like a low. Yeah, I get what you mean. No, stop it.
And the ball was hanging out.
No.
That's so terrible. I honestly feel like
we're all like,
I know. I feel like I would rather.
That's the worst. Yeah, that's way worse. No, I mean I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah,
that's true.
Do they get glued in too?
I think they do. Yeah, I think. Actually, no, I don't know because you always see them a lot, like adjusting their, like they put their fingers in the back and pull them up. So I don't think they're glued in.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I feel like
Justin's
me
gotta
and
be
Ben
glued in.
just had this conversation. I don't think they glue them in because he said those like shorts are pretty. They're pretty tight. Like it's like I mean, it should be in there. I don't know, but
I'm
Michael.
surprised that hasn't happened like more often. Maybe
I
because
know.
they're so shriveled up at that, you know, the end of prep that there's nothing to pop out.
Yeah.
Most of the time that they're prepped out, and I was just saying, most of the time all their balls are shriveled up by the end of prep, so there shouldn't be anything to come out.
Yeah, facts. No, Michael just confirmed
Oh.
that he doesn't get glued in to his suit.
Oh, you just asked him?
I was like, hey, you get glued in? He's like, no, I do not. No, I'm confirmed.
The real question is, do they wear the sock while they're getting tanned?
Michael doesn't.
Yeah, Justin, and they all do it.
Neither does Ben.
Nope.
It's so
like that is
silly.
that is so much more awkward when you
I
have a
feel
sock
like it
on.
is.
It's just so
yeah, but okay. So either they're just free balling or it's a sock, right?
Yeah, usually.
I mean, the girls who are tanning them, like, I think it's more respect to them, you know,
Sure.
not to not be just in their face.
Yeah. I don't know. They really get in there when. I mean, I don't wear anything. Obviously, I'm completely just.
No, I've never seen a girl wear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you could do aside from like pedals. But like, I'd rather, if anything, you know, freaking hide my vagine than my boobs.
Yeah.
You know? But no, you don't care. Like, it's such a weird. It's so hard describing to like first time competitors. Like that's
Maybe we'll get a sock. We'll get a sock too and just tape it on there.
It's like some sort of pad thing that just like sticks on somehow. No, that'd be terrible to like rip off. Maybe not, but
isn't that like the weirdest thing though? Like you like see your competitors all naked.
Everyone's like, literally just
everyone's like cold and naked.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Shay,
I've been eyeballing you on Instagram, like worried about you, and here you are, like,
scribbled up. It's such a weird time. It is such a weird.
It's like story. Usually also like the first time you're seeing a lot of like your competitors or like meeting people, like this is so awkward, dude. This is so awkward.
Like, see you on stage tomorrow. Nice boobs.
I've like literally made friends like at tanning.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Before going on stage. What?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun too.
Mm-hmm.
So awkward.
It is, the most bizarre thing for sure. I feel like when it comes to bodybuilding, but I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot of tidbits or like things that you don't like pick up on until like you've done it a couple times. Like I remember, I don't know if you still do. I more like hover over the toilet now. But do any of you use like pee cups or anything like that?
I just hover.
No, I haven't yet. Yeah.
So like my first few competitions, the people that were obviously like helping me through it and like go through the motions and stuff, they would get like red Solo cups and they would like cut out the bottoms and like you would just like put it there obviously and just go pee. So like it just helps.
Yeah, but what about number 2? Yeah. What about when you have to poop?
Yeah, that's true. That's probably more
true.
You can't hover and poop.
No, you can't. That's always so like. I mean, I think at this point, if I've had to go number 2, I've definitely like sat down and just like, I'm not going to be able to and then like, I don't want to not have gone if I have to, you know what I mean? That's the worst.
Yeah, you have to.
It's like more important to get it out before you go on stage. Cause like, you don't want to be bloated or whatever. So
yeah, for sure. Got to poop before you go on
stage. You just do it and hope they'll touch you up the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's certainly something that I'm way less stressed about is like, oh, like if I fuck up my tan, like they'll fix it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like they'll take care of it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Even backstage, they have their like rollers and stuff that they can like do
they're so good about that. They're like, they, even if like you're not trying to get touched up, but maybe like one walks by you and they notice something like, oh, come here, like we gotta fix that or
Yeah.
whatever. They're so good about it.
they're pretty good about it, honestly.
Have you ever gotten any tans that weren't show tan? Like, have you sourced your own tan?
I never have.
We did like the pro tan kit on
Mhm.
Justin one time, but I don't think we did enough coats. He was a little bit light.
Yeah.
And it was like so much to ask of me. Like I was not a bodybuilder, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what the I was doing. I never even self tanned myself before.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Here, tan me."
Shave my butthole, please. Shave my butt crack.
My second show ever.
Worst show ever.
It was my second show.
Second show ever.
So I thought I looked dark. And then we got on
That's
stage.
it.
It was like,
Have to shave your butt for you.
now I
I always shave his butt. Yeah.
Of course you do. Yeah. The things we do
Second
as
show ever.
bodybuilding wise.
But I know that a lot of like pro athletes that do their own tan and like
Yeah.
good for them.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I do not trust myself or him to do a good job.
Yeah. Facts. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't trust myself with doing the self tan. Even the pro tan, like I've seen people get like great results from it and they love it,
Oh.
but I just feel like I don't want to stress over it either. I'd just rather go let
Yeah.
them spray me and that's it. I don't want to deal with it.
I can understand like not having to go to those tanning appointments and stuff because those can
Mhm.
be a little bit stressful. Ubering there at like fucking
That's
6
true.
a.m. or
Yeah.
5 p.m. and like that's nice not to be able to do that, but
Yeah.
I would not trust my like a national showing or a pro debut to
Yeah.
my own ability.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
especially if I notice, like, I don't know, you see yourself afterwards, and if that tan was messed up and I did it, like, I'd be so freaking mad. And you're like, why didn't I just do it? Why didn't I just have them do my tan?
Yeah, I think we didn't know what to do with his face, right,
Yeah.
Justin?
yeah,
We didn't tan his face, or like,
Yeah.
what did we do with your face?
we tanned it, we just didn't
We
give it.
tanned it really badly.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that was my worst showing.
I mean, I feel like for guys that part doesn't super matter as much. Yes, it kind of looks silly sometimes,
He
but
said it
like,
was worst show ever.
Oh
aw.
my gosh.
Thanks to
I
me.
feel like the guys need like some on their face because like I don't get it really sprayed on my face because we get the makeup done.
makeup, yeah.
Yeah,
But they
right.
don't have it.
Well,
That's what I'm
well,
saying. Yeah.
They tan their faces.
yeah.
So they'll tan their faces. I think they should also do a little makeup.
I was gonna say I think like some of them do offer for the guys to get makeup done too. I think they can, but
Mhm.
Yeah, you hear that? Do makeup next time.
Gotta do makeup, Justin.
He said, okay, fine.
Give him
what
some
do you
love.
say? He said he will.
Yeah. Just some like a little foundation, a little eyebrow brushing, a little
Yeah.
Clean cut. Look like
highlight.
go a little metro with it, Justin.
Yeah.
It
You
looks
can
good.
afford it.
That's so funny.
No, I just the reason I asked is for my first couple of shows. I mean, again, just you don't know what you don't know. And my coach said, like, oh, like don't worry about it. Like I've got a tanning, you know what I mean? Like I've got my own like tan concentrate and stuff, like full on, like had the tent, had like the spray tanning stuff, and but I looked like a freaking chocolate bar. It was so like
Dark, so dark.
Oh, you have a picture. Oh, I cannot wait.
It's so bad.
Did you say this was your first show?
Like first few shows, yeah.
Okay.
So this gentleman coached me for it was just 2 seasons. So 2018 and 2019 in the spring, and then just first of all, this one here. I mean, this to me is pretty dark. I don't know. It doesn't look as dark on the camera, but it definitely is like that wasn't even like the worst, but that was like the better the next year. But like the first, this was so fucking.
I thought actually that looked pretty good. I don't know.
I know, I did too, but it's hard to tell. Like,
it's hard to see on the camera
Yeah.
So
I
here's
used
a
to always do my own like hair and makeup, but then I feel like as you get further into this, like if you don't actually know how to do hair and makeup, like you have to get it
it's not
done.
gonna show. It's not gonna show it. But like in comparison
I-
to
Uh-huh.
like
Oh yeah,
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 you're
really
dark.
dark.
Yeah.
it was muddy. It was dark. I'll probably send it like in the chat at some point.
Yeah,
But
send it to us in the group.
I remember these like posts show like in my mirror pictures like by myself after whatever. It's like freaking 11 o'clock at night, and I look like I'm doing blackface. Like it's really bad. So bad.
And then going out after and you're
Oh,
so dark, you're like
dude,
Yeah.
so embarrassed.
I don't think I've gone out after a show for like the last like 3 shows. I just want to get something quick to eat, bring it back to the Airbnb, and just get in my comfies, fucking take a shower, and
Yeah. We've
call
always
it.
gone out. Just
Yeah.
mostly just like me and him.
Yeah, I usually like to go out still after.
I've
Like, find a
decided
cool
that
spot.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to get a drink though, like after.
Yeah.
'Cause that was always
Oh, they hit so hard after a show because you're
So
like
hard.
dehydrated. It's
I
yeah.
throw up. It's not good.
Oh no.
It's not worth it, you know.
No.
Worth it at
Just
all.
don't listen. Don't get that espresso martini. Just
Nope.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it to yourself.
I've done it the past couple times where I've gotten some sort of a drink, but I can barely drink it. Like I'll drink like a few sips of it and then it always like goes to waste. I never finish it.
Yeah.
Because it's just so
Do you
much.
like miss it? Like me and him, you know, we'll get usually a cocktail when we go out to eat for our off-plan meals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You miss it. Like I'm like I look forward to it. You want it, but your body's not ready for that, and it's you know it's borderline maybe like dangerous if you think about it. You know,
Yeah.
if you're someone who like you
Oh,
know
for sure.
what
Yeah.
depletes water and you know
Mhm.
potentially uses you know diuretics or whatever. Like
Yeah. Not the best idea.
I'm just gonna send this picture in the group chat because you're not gonna be able to really get the feel for it until it's
Yeah.
there. She is. Oh my god! Like
Is it real? I
Oh.
don't know if I'm in here on my phone, can I like still look at Instagram? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
know.
Is that
Good.
after you showered? Like showered it off?
I'll look at it after.
I don't think so yet. I don't think I've showered yet.
Oh my gosh.
But it wasn't much
Is she
better.
muddy?
Oh, it's mud, dude. It's like
That is dark.
here. I wonder if you can kind of see it, Alyssa. I don't know if you can. No, see again, it's not. See, that does not do justice, does it, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Like the same color as your hair.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
Like,
gosh.
and that was like the worst decision ever too. I had like this red suit, like just kind of dark maroon red that I bedazzled myself, which was very lackluster and very like dark brown hair, like chocolatey brown. Like it was just all monochrome. Like it was just all this one color. And I don't know, again, like you don't know what you don't know, but definitely
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I see girls with like, and by all means, like, you know, if you've got a favorite color and like you love yellow or something, like the suit that you love to do. But I feel like they're definitely like complementary colors and like complementary colors. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like that's not that it's being judged, but I feel like that's part of like your beauty package. You know, like that's part of your presentation to some degree.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Like
It
neat
is.
suit
And
or
I feel
something.
like the higher levels, you know, you get, it matters more and more.
Mhm.
Everything, every little bit like counts, your whole
Mhm.
package.
Yeah, for sure.
There were some good shows today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Triple O Dynasty was today, I think.
And the Tri-City
Showdown
that-
or
those
state
are
or
the
something.
Sophia, that really tall figure girl. She won. Wow, you can't see shit. You can't see shit.
No, not really.
It's that really tall. She's like 6 foot or something.
Is she blonde?
Yeah, Sophie Jenkins. She's from the UK.
Okay.
Oh,
I feel
I
like I
think
know who that is. Yeah.
she's tall.
She's super tall.
Sophie Jenkins. Oh yeah, let's see.
Are you pulling her up?
Yeah, I was gonna share
Nice.
this. I feel like I'm 80 years old when I try to do this. Like click the wrong things and get flustered.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh nice. So she won. Heck yeah.
Yeah, she's
Mm-hmm.
got her Olympia. And I think this is the last year she's
Nice.
competing. I think she's really retiring after this.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Just damn.
Wow. That's crazy.
Dude, I can't fathom looking like this. Look at those glutes from the side. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she's got huge butt.
That's like dicey. Look at that. What the frick?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Do you almost feel like that's too hard condition? I mean, obviously she won, but
I mean, I feel like now it's so crazy, like the conditioning that they want. I don't.
They always say, "Oh, we, don't need the girls to be that conditioned, that big." But who's
But
going
you do.
the most conditioned and the big girl?
the biggest.
Yeah.
It's just like what are we doing?
Yeah, you do need to be that conditioned. Like,
Well, line up.
I mean, maybe that is very extreme, but I mean,
But then you look at her on stage but then like see that's my thing with it is maybe that's just really, really good peaking and
she's probably just filled out here. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, maybe I do have to get the
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
I wouldn't think necessarily too conditioned, at least in this lineup. Just that picture looked crazy. Like you could
Yeah,
put
I
somebody.
think that when you fill out, you strategically to not look as sharp, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like you still need to get to that point, and then you fill it out, and then on stage you don't look quite as.
That's like what all the bikini girls do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like learning that that's what, for wellness too. It's not like actually being softer. It's like you have to get just as shredded, and then you just fill out more than like some of the other divisions would. So it's not like really that you can't be softer. Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm. You obtain the softness after you've gotten to the level of condition that you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what is kind of crazy is that the triple O, there was this athlete there, LaFaustin. I don't really know. I'll send her to the group chat. But she has like really an amazing physique, but she has really bad scoliosis.
Oh wow.
And so it really I wonder if she would get marked down for that because she does look quite off kilter. I send her to the group chat.
Okay. Go pull it up.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works.
Right, like would they mark you down for that because you are
symmetry.
Really imbalanced, like left to right?
Yeah, I don't know.
But amazing, like physique. Otherwise, I think she came in third at the triple O. Like so, obviously, still killed it. But
yeah, do you guys know Autumn Cleveland?
Yes. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think she also has. I'm not sure. I think she might have scoliosis as well, and she's like always working to like, get that symmetry, and like she's like always tweaking her posing to try to make it look even.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So she's like constantly.
This is more severe than Autumn. Like it's pretty.
Whoa. That's great.
Like,
look at that's Alyssa.
Oh yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you really see it there in her last.
It's almost if you look at, it looks good either way. Like
no, each side, like whichever physique. Yeah.
Yeah, either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like they would. I don't know.
I want to see her in a back pose.
I was gonna say I don't feel like
It's
they would,
less
like,
noticeable, funny enough, in her back pose.
Well, I'm gonna follow you. Can't see it. That's fine.
How did she
Yeah.
do today?
She got third, so
Oh, nice.
she did good.
Crazy. Who is that same chick? Oh yeah, same girl.
Maybe it's less noticeable in person. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I don't know. I see those photos. I mean, she has a crazy physique. You know,
Mhm.
very like round and bubbly. But yeah, that's a
Yeah.
crazy. So
Who won that? Who won the
Yeah.
triple O? I didn't get to see who won.
Let's see.
Oh, that girl. Yep, of course she is. She's right there. You see it there next
wait,
to. They're all in a.
Right here.
Yeah.
Who is that girl?
19.
Forget. I forget.
Yeah. How can we?
It's like Natalie. Is it start with the N? Like Nat.
That's not Natalia. How do you figure this out? I have the triple O dynasty.
Jasmine, did you say that you're doing Tampa too?
No, I'm probably gonna do
Yeah, what
Atlantic
show are you?
Coast.
Okay.
When is that
Atlantic
one?
Coast. Like it's in like November, I believe.
Okay.
So still got a while.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You have some more time.
Go away.
Who is that? I forget. I know who that girl is. I've seen her before. I just cannot remember her name.
Well, it looked like they had a list, but I can't see it now. Well, if you end up figuring it out, definitely. She looks very familiar. I can't just. I mean, it's not a great quality photo. I can't quite tell, but
Is she
I wonder
like,
if.
I don't know if it's just the lighting or like the way it's showing up on my screen, but what is like the purple across her?
Like a sachet.
Yeah,
Is it a sash?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like-
am I going crazy? What do I see?
Like
on
what is that?
her?
Let's see. I'm looking at
This
their
is almost
Instagram story.
Or two, yeah.
Oh, Erica. That's right. Erica Morgan is like the girl who won.
Can you send her? I want to check.
Yeah, I'll
Can you
find
send
her profile.
Yeah, this is the show that Jess went to, isn't it?
Yeah, she was
Yes, it
there.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so cool. It would be a show that I would maybe want to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a
cool that it's
top
random.
top 10 Olympian, so
Mm-hmm.
Dang. What's her face? Not Morgan. What the frick is her name? I think she's coached by Jacoby. I keep wanting to say Morgan, but Morgan's definitely not her name. I'm going to present the screen share. Erica
that was a
Morgan.
pretty stacked show.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen her.
This is who won.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not familiar to me for some reason. I don't think I follow her.
I feel like I definitely recognize her from the Olympia, from watching the Olympia.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
Girl,
I've
Do they
had to
have
relearn.
wellness?
I don't think they had wellness.
No.
I've had to
Really?
relearn so many like categories because I started in figure, so then I got to know all the figure girls, and then
Mhm.
I did women's physique, and then I learned like who all was doing women's physique, and now I'm like trying to still figure out who's doing wellness. And, yeah, it's crazy.
I just want to see stage photos. Where are her stage photos? Oh, here we go. was her at the Olympia. Come on, so computer. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's weird.
It's like tweaking out.
She's pretty
She's
good.
great. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good.
Shoulder, dude. I need bigger shoulders.
Me too.
Oh, it meant to do that. Oh, I thought that was my
Oh, it
computer,
did.
like freaking.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good job, Erica, on your
Yeah.
qualification for the 25 Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sick. I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine.
Like going for
Crazy.
the Olympia. Yeah.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I feel
It
like
must
I
be such a
can't. It's so hard. I feel like I can't even let myself like think
think of
that.
it.
Picture it.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, I don't want to be unrealistic. Like, I don't want to like, do that. But then it's also like you kind of have to believe that you
You need
can.
a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
I mean, it's one of those things that
You don't want to like be disappointed if
Yeah.
it doesn't
I
happen.
think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, what else is the goal? Like,
Right.
that's the goal. Of
Yeah,
course
exactly.
it's the
Yeah.
goal.
I'm still doing this. Yeah.
That's
I feel
the
like after-
ultimate, the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like, if you've been doing it for, I don't know, a long enough chunk of time where you're still like, you're in it, you still want to do it. It's like, no, it's not just, I want to become a pro anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're trying to show, you're trying to, you know what I mean? Kind of hit that next point on the ladder. And I mean, cause it's kind of funny, like Michael, for the longest time, like it was just, I need to prove to myself that like I can win and I can, get my pro card. Like that's kind of was his like, that's what I want to do. Like, in honestly, a lot of the times he talked about like just being done with bodybuilding after that. And then obviously like got his pro card. It's like, well, like, am I really a pro if I don't actually compete as a pro at least one time? You know what I mean? And now it's just like, okay, I'm at least going to give myself until like 40 to like get a few shows in and actually, even if I don't make like first call outs ever, like at least I can say that I competed in a pro show and stood against the people that I have literally been following and looking up to for the last, 10 or so.
Yeah.
I feel like it can definitely change, right? Like your goals are always going to change. And, it's not, I don't know, like you lied to yourself or anything, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's how I used to feel. And now I'm here and now I just want a little more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like one thing at a time. Cause like at this point, I'm kind of like, well, if I got first call outs in a pro show, I would be like ecstatic.
Over the moon.
So, I'd be, So I'm like, okay, first call outs in a pro show. But it's like, ultimately, I would love to win a pro show and go to the Olympia. Like, I don't feel like I'll feel complete until that happens. But I also know I'm like, be realistic because that might never happen. So you have to be okay with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to want it, but to be realistic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I remember somebody was inquiring about coaching with Michael. And I think he was a local guy either here or New Hampshire. And his goal was he's never competed, was to compete in an NPC regional show, win, get an overall, go to a national show that same year, win his pro card, compete in a pro show in the same year, get his Olympia qualification, and go to the Olympia. Was his goal.
What?
Oh man, buddy. Come on.
That is.
And Michael was like, I mean, he wasn't a dick about it. I mean, obviously, like talking with me, he was just like, who the fuck? I've been doing this for 10 years.
That's
and
so unrealistic. That'll never happen.
That's kind of what Michael was trying. He's like, well, and honestly, like tried to like, I don't know, like readjust his expectations and was just like, hey, like, you know what, like, let's start with, do you even actually want to do this? You've never prepped before. Like, you don't even know that you want to.
Has anyone ever done that?
Yeah. Like
has anyone done that?
I don't think so.
I know, I'm trying to think, but
I think did Hunter not do that in her first year of competing? I think she Did a regional show, won, went to nationals that same year, got her pro card, and then I think she
You might
no
be right.
well no, I don't know. Is that too because she's no, she's only had one bodybuilding season, right?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. I think so. I think
For
so.
some reason-
Okay, wait. We're talking about Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done a season with Matt Jansen, and then she just did a season with Jared Feathers. So she,
Yeah.
this year was the year that or last season was the one
Right.
she went to the O, but before that
Right.
she
Okay,
didn't.
so then maybe not. Then maybe not. But I mean, she was still a freak that just came into
Yeah.
it and did a regional, won that, went to nationals, won a pro card, and
Yeah.
show, and I
Yeah.
think played really well.
Yeah, she did. She did.
I think it was like a third place or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously anything's possible. It's possible,
Yeah.
but like it's highly
Right.
genetic.
Unlikely,
If you're gonna
yeah.
do that, it's like you're just a freak.
If you don't look like, that's what I'm saying, and this guy did not
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, if you don't already look like you could do that, then you're not
Yeah.
gonna do it.
You're not going to. No. I think again, for some reason, did Andrew Jack not do that? Didn't he make it to the? No, again, maybe I'm just like giving.
I
it
don't
to-
know.
I could have sworn.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
He seems like he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I'll ask
probably
Mike.
did the splits, and they were like, "Yes."
I can even do that. Like, yes, we need that in bodybuilding, please.
Did you guys see like in the Arnold? I don't know if we've talked about this yet. Maybe we did. I can't remember. But like some of his like when he's sticking his tongue out, like in his poses,
Yeah.
he's like doing all sorts of stuff. And then what I think he had like a blindfold on during his
yeah, he did.
routine. Yeah, he was like getting crazy with it.
Right. Well, his like critique the previous show was that his posing felt lazy.
Yeah,
He was being like lazy, so he tried to like
really.
Spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely like, fine. You think I'm lazy? You think I'm boring?
Yeah,
Workout.
that's what that's what
he would be
going for
like,
then.
Yeah. Just get it.
It's just very like.
I mean, again, it was so crazy. Like, it's so crazy though, because I feel like, again, obviously somebody that looks like that, the expectations are so high. But like the dude, I don't think he really knew how to pose. You know what I mean? Like his first couple of shows are really like even all his first Olympia. I feel like it definitely was like, oh, if he just like could open it up his back a little bit more, like pose his back a little bit more, like it'd look crazy. But you would look at him and expect him to like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is this dude's first time doing it. You know what I mean? He's never been in underwear on stage before doing these poses.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, the posing is so important because you could have like the best physique, but if you can't pose it, then it's makes it hard for them to be able to see what they need to.
For shiz. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, obviously now that there's no turning back from it, but having a posing coach and somebody to like go through your poses with you that isn't just like your significant other or just like feedback from people around you or whatever. Seriously just felt like such a game changer. And again, like that obviously is a part of your presentation. And if it's not up to snuff with everybody else that you're standing with on stage, like it'll show and yeah, definitely an important piece to make sure you incorporate.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you have a posing coach, Alyssa?
No, I'm actually looking into posing coaches for this year because I definitely like got on stage last season and felt like, oh my gosh, like I'm not where I need to be with my posing. So I in like women's physique, I did a few sessions with Heather Grace. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of her. She's been in the game like forever. I don't think she's done anything in a little bit, but it was while I was going to arm breast and she went there too. So she helped me with like my women's physique posing, but for wellness, like I haven't worked with anybody yet and I definitely need to. So I was just going to ask you,
Yeah.
Did you work with Christina? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, wow, like she's just so
Yeah,
good.
she's great. Mhm.
Just in
Okay.
terms of, like, I don't know. It obviously just anybody can know what poses are supposed to look like, but like she
Yeah.
has such a great way of explaining it. So like
Yeah.
you know like what she's talking about, and because I mean obviously like it can be tricky, you know, if you're doing the virtual thing and like somebody's not there to like
Mhm.
touch where they're
Speak
talking about
you. Yeah.
exactly. But she just like and like right from the get-go too, like it made me feel like we had been buds for like years.
Yeah,
you know?
very comfortable. With her.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Because
but
I was already considering going with her because like where I need the most help is the walk. Because
yes.
like these wellness girls have so much flair and I'm like not like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need somebody. I feel comfortable for the most part in the individual poses.
Mhm.
But then it's like the walk, the
The
little like transitions, like the
That
hair,
stuff
little
is the
flips.
hardest for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then like when you're actually on stage and they're telling you like, okay, like take 4 steps to the back, I'm like, I need to know exactly what foot am I going to start to walk with. Like it needs to be
Right.
like kind of choreographed. I can't just like
Mhm.
wing it.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
honestly, I really feel like, you know, even like bikini and wellness too, like it is like a more choreographed like routine, like in between your transitions. And like obviously figure a little bit too, like your transitions should not just be like this robotic, like just turning to the right. But yeah, if that, I mean, I feel like you definitely know if you can kind of sashay like that, you know what I mean? Or like kind of have that like rhythm and flow and stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have like that, you know what I mean? I feel like just seeing how you pose, like it's not going to be an issue just to tweak the little things here and there and like, oh, like the hand more here versus like over here or
Mhm.
just like that. But like I feel like Christina would do so well with you. Like she's
great with that.
fine tuned like those
Okay.
things, but you don't feel overwhelmed by it. Like you're not thinking like, oh my God, I have to think of like all these million things. Like she's really good about just kind of taking what you got and then just adding these little tweaks and adjustments. And then you're just like, whoa, that's what I'm wanting it to look like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
In wellness posing, are you ever like flexing your legs, or are they just like
there.
Not, I would say the only time like that I'm really focused on flexing is like the back shot. But it's not like, I mean, you're like breaking your back, obviously, like trying to
Yeah.
like lift your glutes. And then
Mhm.
also at the same time, like I think of almost like an RDL, like kind of that like stretch that you feel like as you're going into an RDL. So I'm like doing that while also like keeping my back like super arched. So it's a
Mhm.
really weird kind of thing. So yeah, I'm like pushing against the ground, kind of like flexing, like trying to think about like pulling my knees apart.
Mhm.
And that stretch that you get in like an RDL while also keeping my glutes up. So,
Yeah.
but the other poses I'm not like flexing. I'm like thinking about popping my hip out on the side pose, making sure my glutes are like facing the side enough and not like hiding them. But yeah, not really flexing.
just sucking in your stomach like as far
Yeah.
as it'll
Yeah.
go?
Mhm. Yeah. Stick out the glute. Make sure your waist looks small.
Yep.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely an adjustment for
I
sure.
bet it is, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited if you give her a go. And like that's one thing too that I think is really awesome about her. Like she's very, in my opinion, like cost effective. You know what I mean? Like she's not super, super expensive and you don't need to buy like and not that you wouldn't want to do more than one session, but like you can buy one session at a time, which is nice too.
Yeah.
Okay. Like never
So
let them
cute.
but you know what? Just open the door and see what happens. But it'd be
Mm.
yeah. Well, all right. If you ladies would like to call it, I was like, she's like sitting on my lap right now. I say hi.
Aw.
Aw, you little moo cow.
Hello.
She's a little handful. Go over there with your sis.
What's her name again?
So that's Minnie, the more white
Okay.
one. And then you can't quite see her right now, but Tiny is the more.
Oh, the
Oh, I
two
see.
of them.
Yeah.
So Tiny came
Cute.
first, the more black one. She's actually about 3. And we had our senior cat Mowgli at the time, and she passed away fall of 2023. And they obviously there was like a big gap between Tiny and Mowgli. Don't know why I thought it was a good idea to get a kitten when we had a 12-year-old, like always been solo dolo kind of cat. But
Yeah.
they had their own relationship. It definitely was like tolerated, but it wasn't like super like, oh, I love you and like you're my best friend. But
Yeah.
so she passed, and it was about like 4 weeks later. And this was like Michael's like cat. Like this was his like in his early 20s, like
Oh.
back
Oh.
baby, had her since she was like this. And he like didn't even like want her initially, like when his girlfriend
Always, yeah, they're always.
always, yeah. And Tiny definitely like we felt like she, I don't know, noticed obviously she was gone. Like, where is she? Like trying to find her and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like seemed like really down. And I don't know, surprisingly, Michael was like, you know what, like I think I'm ready for another kitten and we should go find one. And then that's where Minnie came along, and they are like
Aw.
They look like they're friends, yeah.
they are like the bestest of buds, and like they'll sleep on their little cat hammock together. And Tiny's like very maternal and like just freaking cleans her to death. So like, Minnie's always getting like,
Cute.
they're my babies. They're my babies.
Aw.
Oh,
That's
well,
adorable.
Love
if I
it.
could, I'd probably have like 3 more cats, but
Oh yeah,
that's
easily.
crazy. That's like crazy cat lady level, I think.
Like
when
I
she's-
get it. I get
when-
it.
Do you have just the one cat, Jasmine? I can't remember.
I have 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 is like a good number for cats.
And
feel like
yeah.
a solo cat, I feel like ends up being like very dependent.
Lonely. Mhm.
Yeah, and lonely.
Yeah.
But then I feel like 3 is like one cat's gonna be left out. You know what I mean? Like I think if you're gonna have cats, like, you gotta have pairs. So it's either 2
Even, yeah. So 2 or 4.
And then
Yeah. And then
you're
when you're
over
getting to 4, you're like approaching crazy cat ladies.
Yeah.
That's
It's like,
getting
I
on the
don't
way
know.
up there, yeah.
we have one cat,
Yeah.
but he has the dog, so we have a dog and a cat. So
Yeah.
they're buddies, so it works.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, the dog is like pretty, he gets so jealous when we give the cat attention. So it's like it's like a tolerated
Yeah. I
thing
get
with the
it.
dog. But I think
Yeah.
secretly, like he loves him, especially if we're not home. We'll like get home and we'll see them like laying near each other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
You guys like each other.
For sure. They try to
Yeah.
make it doesn't seem like it, but
Yeah, it's like that.
no, your dog is super cute, Alyssa. I used
Aw,
to
thanks.
pit bull mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a straight pit bull. So
Oh, nice. Very nice.
yeah, he
What's
just
his name?
had actually surgery. His name's Cujo.
Oh,
Yeah, he had
Cujo.
surgery a
Cujo.
couple days ago. He had like a couple of like little growths that looked suspicious, so they took them off. But he's all cut up right now, and I feel so bad for him.
Got like
Yeah.
little stitches everywhere.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna, well, and he's had this issue before. So probably less than a year ago, he had some other ones. They like tested them. They were like a level 2 cancer, like basically like equivalent of skin cancer.
Yeah.
So then we found more. We were like, "Ugh, well, the other ones were cancerous, so this looks the same." So they
Mhm.
recommended taking those off too. So then
Yeah.
they did x-rays this time of like his liver and a spleen, because they were like, well, we just want to make sure it hasn't spread or we see anything that's like spread. So that was all good. So
Oh, good.
so
So-
far it's just these little lumps that are appearing, but they
Mhm.
told us to put him on Claritin, which
Hmm.
I guess is supposed to, it's an antihistamine. So
Yeah.
I guess
I've heard
like
that
what the vet
before.
said was the histamines are creating these lumps. It's like an immune response that are like creating the lumps. So
Hmm.
I guess the antihistamine should help keep them away. I don't know. But
Yeah. I've
I'm
heard that
like,
before.
I'm like, this dog, man. I mean, it's so expensive getting those surgeries.
Oh my God, I can
So-
imagine.
And
I
then
can't-
lifelong Claritin now. So I don't know.
High maintenance, high maintenance.
I
Yeah.
know.
But I feel like we would do anything for our animals. I would probably pay
Oh yeah.
whatever amount of money I would need to pay if one of these guys needed some sort of surgery or something, or
Yeah. Yeah, you figure out, you make it work. You
For
make it
sure.
work. There's
Do you
like
think-
care credit. I don't know if
You
you guys
see
have
them
heard of
fighting in the back.
that. we use care credit. So it's like
Oh, nice.
I don't know. It's like you can use it for
Oh,
like
yeah.
vet bills
Mhm.
or like you can even use it for your own like dentist bills or whatever, but it's like interest free for a year or so.
They're going crazy. In
Yeah, they are. They're gonna
They are.
cut it out. Crazy. They're funny.
Cute.
They're funny.
Cats. Oh my God.
I feel like, well, that has been 2 hours. This is our longest pod.
I know. Look at us.
Nothing. I feel like
Look at
that was
us.
like, you know.
Look at us.
I know.
I
We did it.
I need to go have a meal and have a
Yes.
little schmuck and have the rest of my Saturday evening.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Same.
Well, I'm glad we got
Alright,
to
guys.
3 of us. Hopefully
Yeah,
next
me too. This was
we'll
nice.
have the other ladies on, and I don't know, maybe we can, I don't know, look at some shows that are coming up, or I don't know. I feel like we don't actually talk bodybuilding a lot of the time, which is fine.
Yeah.
We don't have
We did pretty good today. I think we had a lot of
to. We broke some stuff.
Yeah. We'll
You
have
know,
to we have that notes, that notes thing. I don't know who's all invited in there still. I don't know if
Yeah.
Yasmin, you're in there, but we have the notes where like we have topics.
Oh,
Like,
good idea.
It's like a shared notes thing. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Just like throw in there in case we need some talking points. But I definitely told myself this year I wanted to keep track of like shows more and just kind of, especially the females, and just knowing who's doing what and try to, again, for my own personal, like I feel like I need to know some of these people more, like know
Yeah.
more in like the figure division or whatever. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, I have a hard time sometimes like recognizing them on stage.
I know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sure.
Like
For
I know you
sure.
on Instagram, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wait,
It's
you
so
look
different.
familiar.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
different on stage.
Yeah.
All right,
All
lady.
right. Enjoy
Yeah.
the rest of your night.
Love your beautiful eyelashes. I've been looking at them this entire podcast.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I have to get used to them again. It's like,
But it just feels weird.
like I used to be natural, like looking, and now I'm like feeling very done up and glammy looking.
I don't think
It
it's
does
too
feel
over-
weird at first. Like, yeah. I
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too done up. Like there's definitely like we all know like the lashes that we've seen that are like thick, like
Yeah.
real
Crazy.
thick, like
Yeah.
real tall, and yeah, no, those look nice and
Thank
patterned.
you. Thank you.
All right.
All right, ladies.
Have a good
All
night.
right. Good night.
Talk to you in the group chat.
Bye.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.